You should just be a mailman like Uncle Jim. Words that tore my heart out and were the last straw in my first marriage. As an INFP male, someone who's an empath and highly sensitive, career struggles have followed me my entire life. In this video, I'm going to share with you from the lessons I've learned, the careers to avoid, but more importantly, how do you find your path this lifetime while making sure that you engage in proper employment to have the resources you need to survive this world. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I train old souls, empaths, highly sensitive people, INFPs, to develop their psychic and healing abilities as displayable skills so they learn the language of spirit and find spiritual solutions to their life problems. We're glad you found us, yet not at all surprised. If you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel, where each week we share with you different skills, techniques, and lessons to help you find spiritual solutions to your life's problems. Again, welcome. The day I took my first Myers-Briggs test and found out I was an INFP, I felt free. I devoured everything I could find. I learned about my strengths and my weaknesses, my preferences, why I had relationship struggles, why my career sucked. I learned so much, but still there was something missing, something not quite right. You see, before I took my Myers-Briggs test, I had begun my spiritual growth and development. And in fact, it was my spiritual growth and development that led me into taking the Myers-Briggs test. So I had this description of my outward body's experience of the world as manifest through my personality, but something else was there, something else was missing, and that was my spiritual component, my spiritual awareness, that never-ending me that was informing the physical body. And as I began to dig deeper into my own self-awareness, I realized that some of the advice from my Myers-Briggs profile was dead on and accurate. It was a red flag and yellow flag and green flag that I had to become aware of in my spiritual practice. The most important of this was in my area of career. And here's what I've learned about career in my 30 years since taking the Myers-Briggs test. There are three types of careers for me to avoid. Three types of careers for me to avoid. The first, and this is the most important for me, any career that someone else thinks I should do. Remember my first wife, you should just be a postman. And as she said that, my heart was ripped out. I'm not Cliff Clavin from Cheers. It has nothing to do with me and the value I have to contribute to this world, and she didn't get it. We divorced shortly thereafter. The second is anything that I start to do because of the money. Too many times I did things just for the money. I was a real estate broker, and every time I started to get away from being a real estate broker, another deal came in and it would be another $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 paycheck. Many times I went into multi-level marketing to make quick money so I could go do what I wanted. So any career having to do with just the money set me up for failure. And the third is anything that I would take on that did not develop a set of skills. And if I took something on to develop a very specific set of skills to help me improve the way I walk through life, that was a good thing. You know, the lists are there. Don't be in the military. Don't be in law enforcement. Don't be a financial manager. Don't be in sales. But many of these things that you can be, that is not recommended, are required for you to survive in life. If you don't understand basic cells, you can't sell yourself. If you end up being an energy worker or a light worker, you have to learn how to sell. You have to learn things about marketing. They say don't be an entrepreneur. But if you're going to be self-employed and you're going to do whatever your heart wants you to do to express your awareness and your sensitivity and find something that is purposeful to you, you got to learn how to be an entrepreneur, to grow a business. So the things I want you to really understand from this video is within you is a deeper level of awareness. It's your spiritual personality, what you incarnated to bring about this lifetime. You incarnated into this body. This body went through some stuff. That stuff created this thing called your personality, your identity, your persona. That isn't you. That is how you evolved to survive this lifetime. The spiritual you, that part of you that will live after this body's over, has information to share with you. That's spiritual growth and development. And as you start to develop the skills you need to bring about the life you want, to express whatever it is you incarnated to bring about this lifetime, that's a spiritual solution, informed by spirit, not by Myers-Briggs, informed by your awareness, not by anything outside of you. So avoid this. Anything someone else wants you to do, anything you do just for money, and anything that doesn't develop a specific skill. If you avoid those three things, while at the same time beginning to do your meditation, beginning to do your journaling, beginning to master the 3 R's, right meditation, right thought, right action, to bring about good karma, then what will happen is your personality starts to become flat. You're not so introverted or extroverted, you're right in the middle. You're not, everything you do is just kind of flattened out because situationally you are aware of what needs to happen to bring about the result you want. The end result is you find happiness, you find peace, you find purpose. You know who you are, why you're here, and where you're going. And with those 3 answers, the world is indeed your oyster. In the comments below, share with me how you found out you were an INFP. Are you an empath? Are you highly sensitive? And are you currently doing any spiritual practices? I'd love to get to know you and see who's in our community. If you found this video helpful, informative, give us a thumbs up so other INFPs, empaths, and highly sensitive people will know that you found it useful. Consider again subscribing to our channel, joining our community of like minds and kindred spirits. And until we meet next time, start breaking free.